My husband and I were, we both worked. We had our own businesses and worked. We were married. We would have been married for 38 years. Tony missed our 38th anniversary by 10 days. We talked every day that he was gone when he traveled. We would talk between 5 and 10 times a day, and I desperately miss that. Ooh, I miss that one. We had a great marriage.
So, I mean, pretty much before the accident, I was just, I was typical, like, I guess you'd say teenager. I think, I was like 19 at the time. So, I was going to the gym, school. No, that was really my life. Hanging out with friends, going kayaking, just enjoying every day.
The morning that my husband left, that Tuesday morning, and took me in his arms, kissed me, and said, "Babe, I'll see you later this afternoon. I'll see you tonight."
So, I remember, the day of the accident, it was just crazy. Like, it's like I woke up and just felt off. I didn't know what it was, but I just kind of like felt off that day. And I was on my way to the gym in Buell, and remember I was driving. I didn't even have my seatbelt on at this point. I was just driving, heading to the gym, had music turned all the way up, nonchalant, jamming out, getting my head set for, the workout I was about to do. And I remember it was probably 30 seconds before my actual crash happened. I just felt like someone said, like, put my seatbelt on, and put my seatbelt on. And I remember, I got distracted and I looked out my driver's side window, and then I remember I looked back, and the only thing I remember is everything went white. And then probably, I don't even know how much time went by, but it felt like forever. I just remember waking up, and then I look over and I see that truck's tipped over, and I'm like, I did that. Holy crap, like, that's from me. And then I go into a panic mode, and I remember all like the cops and police and the ambulance and all these people start showing up, and the life flight helicopter shows up, and my panicking is going from like a 10 to like a 40 at this point. I can tell I'm almost like hyperventilating because I'm like so terrified. Like, oh my God, what did I just do? That's all I could keep asking myself, like, dude, what did you just do?
Called and called and called his cell and called it, and he didn't answer. And I thought in my mind, well, maybe he's had some trouble on the edge of the road. And so I got into the truck, and I went over to, because we always knew exactly where each one of us were traveling, and I know the road that he was coming down. So I went over there and on Highway 30, and there were police officers that wouldn't let me through that road, so I had to go all the way around. And I got there, and I got out, and I said, and of course you've got people coming at you at that time, and I said, "That's my husband's car. I just need to see him." And I was taken to a police officer, and he said, "I have to have your driver's license." And I went back to the pickup and got the driver's license and took it to him. And he was very kind in saying to me, "I'm sorry, ma'am, everything that they did, they tried to do everything that they could, and your husband didn't make it." I understood that the young man who ran the stop sign was 20 years old, and that's a huge thing to me. Our son was older than this young man. Later on, there was a burning desire inside of me to let this young man know that not only did I forgive him, but I didn't hate him. I did not hate him. I was able to say, "I just need you to know that I don't hate you, and that I forgive you." And what that does to a person, you think that you're doing it to help him, and truthfully you are, but more for me, I needed to know that because of how I believe and because of who God is in my life, that I forgave him. And it takes such a weight off of you. It breaks any kind of weight. And I will tell you, we said that, and then John was able to respond. And one of the things that John said that was huge to me, he said, I so desperately wanted to go to your house and scream, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Because the only thing I wanted to do is just run and up to her and say, I'm sorry. And I wanted to yell it to the world. I wanted everyone, like, I couldn't stop saying that enough. And I know that doesn't change anything of what happened, but that's all I could offer. I mean, there wasn't any more I could do, but just say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Carlene. I truly wish I could have swapped places with Tony.
I, to this day, have a very good relationship with John. I'm able to call him, talk to him about other things, usually involved in these kind of same things, whether it's a wreck or someone being hurt, and have a good relationship with his wife. And I think that's a huge thing, because I can love John, and John can love me back.
To hear that, it takes an extraordinarily strong person for that. And I can't even imagine. I know if it was me, I don't think I could have done it, Like, if that's what I thought. Like, I tried to put that in my head, like, if that was, like, my dad, for example, Could I be that strong to tell someone, like, I forgive them? And I don't know if I could. And it takes such an extraordinary woman to do that. And Carlene, I tell her all day long, I look up to her. I almost kind of try and mirror my life to hers. And, whenever there's times where I'll just call her and it can be something completely random and I just want advice on it, because she's taught me so much just as a human being and life in general, that I call her for anything and go to her for everything, because we've kind of built that relationship now. But it took a lot. It definitely took a lot. To the teens and young adults that feel like it can't happen to them, you're just like me. I was the same dude who was like, I won't happen to me. I'm Superman. I can't get hurt. Nothing can hurt me. Everything's all fun. And like they say, it's all fun and games till someone gets hurt. And in my instance, it was a huge hurt. And you can't take it back. You can't change it.
Drive means drive. Stop texting. Stop eating. Stop watching what's going on in the back seat. Stop and watch the road in front of you. Drive means drive.